all day. And I probably have with this video or with this segment of this video. So we're just gonna stop and we're gonna move on to the next one. Hi, my name is Yqur, and I am a 3L, which is also known as a third-year law student, and I am a law student mentor. So that means that I mentor 2Ls, which are people who are in their second year of law school. I mentor 1Ls, which are people who are in their first year of law school, and I also mentor 0 or OLs, depending on how you want to say it. And so I get a lot of questions from my mentees about like what they need to be prepared for law school. I see a lot of posts on Reddit about this. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The things that you will need to have a successful and also a less stressful spring semester. This also can apply for the fall, but spring semester tends to be more intensive for people. So the first thing that you will need to have a successful and less stressful spring semester in law school will be your casebook or whatever book that your professor has for you. So I am taking evidence this semester, and I can do a video on why I took certain courses when. This is the supplement that our evidence professor wants us to have. And if you're a 1L, I strongly suggest, strongly encourage / advise you to have your case books and all the materials that you will need before your first day of class, and that you will have completed the readings for that first day, because in law school, the first day of your 1L classes is not introductory. It is, this is the case, tell me the facts, tell me the procedural history, how would you apply it, the Socratic method. A lot of my 1L professors actually scratch that. Not a lot of all of my 1L professors, the first day of class was, let's get into this case. Let's get into it, because it is a lot of material that you have to cover with those 1L substantive law classes. Now, if you are a 2L or 3L, you can wait a little bit. You may not have your books at the very first day of class because you're not sure whether you want to take this particular class or not. And that's okay. It's okay to go to a class to see if you'll like it and then get the book later. So the second thing that you will need will either be your laptop or some sort of notebook. Here is my notebook. I use this my 2L year, and I'm also using it my 3L year. And I got this from, I think like the Dollar Tree or the dollar store or like Walmart or something. It was really, really cheap. It's just like a normal notebook that I can just have. This is a 5 subject that I just have all my subjects in. So just have a notebook like this for when you want to take notes in class. I do well when I'm able to like write down what the professor is saying. Now, sometimes having a notebook may not be ideal because some law school professors talk 200 words a minute, and that's just what they do, and you have to transcribe. So this is like the second tip, because like it's important to write down or someone another capture what the professor is saying, because when you get to the exam, the professors will expect or they appreciate when you can regurgitate, probably should use a better word, when you can like repeat back to them what they are actually saying in class about a particular case, especially when it comes to like policy issues. You just have to be able to capture just some of the things that aren't necessarily in the casebook, in the supplement, but the particular style that your professor has, or you can capture their particular feelings about what they think about this area of the law that they are teaching. So here is number 4. I cannot talk about number 4 enough. It is an academic planner or some sort of written calendar. It's okay if you use your computer to like Google Calendar, if you use like technology to like record, if you use an app, that's perfectly fine. I just like this particular planner because it saves my life. It is 2021 to 2022. I think you are able, it may be too bright, but it's 2021 to 2022. And make sure this is what I use to stay sane. Like it keeps me sane. I'm not going to insult your intelligence by telling you how to use a planner. I will explain to you like how I use it and why I enjoy using it. Like we all know how to write down dates and things like that, but there are just notes at the front. So, well, not really notes. I just make it into notes when I meet with people. How I use this is everyone is different, but at the beginning of the semester, I go and write down all the classes that I have. So, and I write down my exams. I got this from Amazon. I think it was for $10. I mean, you can buy a calendar from like a store in person. I just like these. There's even a little pocket in the back, and should probably have listed this first, but you can't get through law school without having Casebooks and books like your materials to read. So that's why this is first, and I could talk about it all day, and I probably have with this video or with this segment of this video. So we're just gonna stop and we're gonna move on to the next one. So for the fifth thing you'll need, it will be a notebook or something to keep all of your class handouts or printouts in. So for example, my copyright and my trademark professor, he does not want us to buy a casebook like this that's already bound, you know, like a normal casebook like this. He actually will give us all the cases in a major handout. So this is for my trademarks class, and this is the handout that the professor gives us. It's basically all the cases. He just puts them in a big printout, and we go and we buy it. And so there's something like this is an old one that I had. I think I had it from, I don't know, years ago. I just used it. You can put it in here. I actually know some people who took this and they actually just went and spiral bound it. So you can also spiral bound it too, but just a way where you're able to keep loose papers together. Now, you may also get other printouts from your professors. Like here's like a syllabus that our professor gave. But if you are a 1L and also some 2Ls and maybe some 3Ls, but I definitely remember this for my 1L year, your professor may give you sample problems about the topics that you've covered. So if you've completed negligence and torts, your professor may give you a class problem, or may give the class a problem about a negligence essay, or he or she may give you multiple choices about negligence. You want to have some sort of binder or some sort of like way to collect those handouts and those problems. Hey, I mean, if you want, you could take this, scan it, and turn it into an electronic version. That's perfectly fine too, just as long as you're able to have this information, as long as you're able to keep track of these handouts, printouts that your professor gives you, because they are important. So number 6 would be whatever it is that you need to keep yourself mentally sane, like prior to you going into class. I've heard stories, I know a lot of people who get tremendously sick because of the fact that they're about to be cold called. And I also get nervous too, like especially if I know I'm being cold called on, or especially if I haven't read or I kind of don't understand like the concepts that we're talking about. So just like have music that you listen to. My friends and I, we would each individually just listen to the Lo-Fi Girl channel on YouTube, like right before our professors came in. Sit and talk with your friends. Listen to an audiobook. I listen to my audiobooks on Libby. I also have Audible, but I really like Libby a lot. And so it's just hooked up to like my public library. And so I just listen to books there, or you can color, you can play a game on your computer. Like it really doesn't matter, just whatever you need so that you're able to calm your nerves right before class starts. So that's it. Those are like the 6 things that you'll need to be able just to get through your spring semester. Again, it applies to any semester, but these will help make your semester less stressful. So if there are other things that I'm missing, or if you think I should add more, definitely put it down in the comments below. Or if you have questions about what it's like in law school, or like what you can do, just reach out to me, comment below. I'm more than happy to help. I mean, I mentor a lot of people. I mean, law school is just not an easy process. So very blessed to have gone through it, in a sense, have gone. It's my final semester. So just want to say that. Thanks for watching. I love you all, and I hope you enjoy, and have a good day and stay safe.